Howdy, everyone. It is Hunter with Crypto 101 here today to talk about 5 mistakes that could drain crypto wallets. Now, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, and a comment for more content like this. The first mistake, and this might seem self-explanatory, but is sending your token to the wrong network. Now, you might have USDC on Ethereum and you're trying to send it in between wallets, but you accidentally send it on the Base network. Now, they have the same name, USDC, but they have different contract addresses. So you want to always make sure that you match the network on both ends before you confirm what you are sending. Also, it's prudent if it's your first time ever sending to a new address to do a test run. Okay, it's much better losing $1 than it is $10,000 just because you didn't do a test. So how would this look like? Well, if you come to Coinbase, the homepage, and you want to send USDC, you can click on USDC and you can click send, click on the ledger or address that you would like to send it to. And here you'll have a list of networks that you can send your USDC to. Now make sure on the receiving end, you are choosing the exact same network. To verify contract addresses like USDC on Ethereum versus USDC on Base, you can come to a website like coinmarketcap.com. And when you come and type in USDC, you come to the USDC page. If you look over here to the bottom left, you'll see contracts. You can look at this drop-down menu and you will have a list of different networks and the different contract addresses for USDC based on that network. And you can copy it to your clipboard. And that is one way to verify you're sending it to the correct spot. You can do the exact same thing on a website like CoinGecko that's also reputable. If you type in USDC and you come to the USDC page, down to the bottom left, you'll have the same thing, contract, and you can go down the drop-down menu and look for all of the relevant contract addresses regarding USDC on their various networks. So mistake number 2, you're on a DeFi application, something like Uniswap or something that looks like Uniswap, and you get a notification. It asks for your signature request. You say approve. Now you have signed over yourself to the smart contract to make approvals on your behalf. So the fix here, of course, is to be very diligent and to read every single signature request and make sure that you actually approve it. So on a website like revoke.cash, all you have to do is connect your wallet. You can choose from your MetaMask, Phantom, Rabby wallet, no matter what it is. And once you connect to that wallet, you choose the account that you want to see the approvals for. You will get a page that will show you all of the different approvals that you have, and you can go ahead and revoke all of them if you so desire. This video is being made in the spring, so no better than spring cleaning. So you might want to choose maybe every quarter or every month or every week, whatever cadence you so desire, to go back and check and see what approvals you've made over time and revoke them as you see fit. Third mistake, and probably the most obvious, is whenever you set up a new wallet, you are given a 12-word or 24-word seed phrase. And you know probably by now that that seed phrase should really exist nowhere but within your mind or somewhere completely offline where nobody or no malicious entity can get a hold of. So that means don't take a picture of it. Don't take a screenshot of it. Don't save it on your phone. Don't save it on your hard drive in a notepad or in a Word document. All of these could be some sort of vector of attack for a malicious entity. Now, of course, you are in full responsibility for your own security, but always take caution over no caution. And always remember that the seed phrase is only for you and your eyes only. Mistake number 4 is something called address poisoning. Now, this might be a bit obscure, but this is when a malicious actor sends you a minuscule transaction from an address that looks very similar to yours. And so that when you go to send your funds, you copy from your transaction history that address, and then you end up sending it to the wrong person. So the thing is here is always be prudent and check your address. At minimum, check the first 4 and the last 4 characters, but ideally check the whole thing and also save your address into an address book on like Coinbase. Make it a saved wallet, a saved account. Mistake number 5 is hot wallet for cold storage. Now, if you have funds that you are just sitting on, you do not want to have it in a hot wallet, ideally. Ideally, you'll use the hot wallet that is always online, okay, for maybe active trading or small transactions, but with not a lot of funds allocated there. On the contrary, a cold wallet is something like a hardware device like a ledger that is offline by default. And ideally, you will use this for long-term holdings or things that you're not touching. You never really want to expose this address or this wallet to the internet. keep this offline as much as possible. So if you're just testing something out, a hot wallet with minimal funds in it, that is completely fine. But just be aware that it is a hot wallet, okay? And then on the contrary, a cold wallet, use that for the longer term holdings, things that you do not want to expose to the online arena. So there you have it, 5 mistakes that could drain your crypto wallet. But after learning this, now you are in much better hands when it comes to security. We talked about verifying the network. We talked about make sure you read the signatures and know what you're approving. And if you want to, revoke your old approvals. We talked about the seed phrase should be between your eyes and your eyes only. We also made sure that we want to check the full address every single time we send something. And then also we talked about the difference between hot wallets and cold wallets and how we want to make sure our cold wallet stays offline like it is meant to be. So there you have it. 5 guidelines to help with your security. Most importantly, stay safe out there. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, leave a like, and a comment for more content like this.